What is going on, Bull Nation, and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the return of factions. If you're new to Destiny, you probably don't know who these factions are, but if you're from Destiny 1, you know who I am talking about. For those of you who are new, just want to let you guys know, in Destiny 1, we had factions known as the Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, and Future Volcult. Now, in Destiny 2, they weren't available at launch, but now they are going to be back at the tower. And this time, they will be returning September the 26th at 2 a.m. right off reset. So once 2 a.m. hits or reset hits, you guys are going to be able to go visit these factions and pledge to one of these specific factions. Now remember, if you are new to Destiny, you can only pledge to one faction. Unfortunately, you cannot pledge to multiple factions. So you're going to have to decide, who are you going to want to represent? Are you going to want to represent Dead Orbit, Future Volcult, or Dead Orbit? Now, the cool thing about when these factions come over is they are going to bring us an amazing set of gears and loot that we're able to obtain from each faction. So let's go ahead and take a look at this gear. So let's go ahead and start off with a Dead Orbit. Now for Dead Orbit, we're going to have the ability to get 3 sets of gear for each individual character: a Hunter, Titan, or Warlock. You're able to get a helmet, gauntlets, chest piece, boots, and of course their stash or a Warlock bond for each individual class. We're going to get an ability of actually obtaining 2 sets of shaders, and we also are going to get 4 sets of weapons. We get the scout rifle, you get the hand cannon, you get the submachine gun, and of course the shotgun. Now let's take a look at the Future Volcult. Now the Future Volcult comes with some very interesting and what's one of the most colorful factions that we currently have in the world of Destiny. Of course, we also get 3 sets for the Hunter, Titan, and Warlock with helmet, boots, gauntlets, and also chest piece, and of course it's representing bond and stash. We are also going to be getting 2 sets of shaders, and of course its corresponding weapons: hand cannon, auto rifle, scout rifle, and sniper rifle. Now let's take a look at New Monarchy. Of course, like the other ones, we're also going to be getting a set of 3 for the Titan, Hunter, and Warlock, all with helmets, gauntlets, chest piece, and boots, a stash, and Warlock bond, a set of 2 different shaders, and we get a interesting combination of weapons. We have a auto rifle, scout rifle, submachine gun, and of course a shotgun. Now, one of the coolest things about pledging to these individual factions, each faction is going to reward us a special weapon once we pledge to that specific faction. It's going to give it to us as a reward, and this special weapon is going to be different than any other weapon that we're able to obtain, because it's going to be handed to us as a reward for actually doing all the activities of actually leveling up the faction. So let's start off with what you need to do to actually level up the factions. In order to level up the factions, you're going to want to go ahead and pledge them. Once you're pledged, you're going to have to go into the world of Destiny and do any sort of activity. You can do public events, lost sectors, strikes, even clearing the raid, even participating in Crucible. These are going to reward you faction tokens. You can then go get these faction tokens and turn these faction tokens to each corresponding faction to get awesome loot. Not only that, but you guys are also going to be able to get rewarded the special weapon I talked about. So let's go ahead and take a look at the special weapon for Dead Orbit. If you pledge to Dead Orbit, you're going to be able to obtain this weapon for 1,000 glimmers. It comes at a very cheap price because it's the ability of you actually pledging to this faction and obtaining this weapon. This is a Dead Orbit scout rifle, which is only obtainable by pledging to Dead Orbit for 1,000 glimmer. Or if you do not pledge to Dead Orbit but you still want to get the weapon, you're going to have to pay a hefty price of 50,000 glimmer to actually get this weapon. So remember, if you guys see a weapon, that special weapon that you guys want, and only want to pay a cheap price of 1,000 glimmer, then definitely pledge to that faction. Next up, the Future Volcult is going to don us with another special weapon, and this is going to be the Future Volcult Pulse Rifle. Now, this Pulse Rifle is also, once again, guys, available to us if we pledge to the faction for 1,000 glimmers. If we don't pledge to the faction, it's going to be available for us for 50k glimmers. So make sure you guys have enough glimmer to purchase the weapon if you do not pledge to Future Volcult. And last but not least, we have New Monarchy. New Monarchy is going to allow us to obtain a sidearm for 1,000 glimmers if we pledge them, or we're going to have to pay 50k once again if we did not pledge them. This sidearm looks really nice, so can't wait to actually get my hands on these weapons. Now, you'll be able to earn faction tokens all the way till October the 3rd, and it will end at 2 a.m. Once 2 a.m. hits the strike, Bungie will be announcing the winner of which faction collected the most faction tokens at 10 a.m. So let's see, who are you planning to represent and what faction will end up winning. But I do want to know from you guys, who do you guys plan on representing this time around in Destiny 2? Will it be New Monarchy? Will it be Dead Orbit? Or will it be Future Volcult? please let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. Now, if you did, please remember to help me out by liking the video and most importantly, sharing the video with your friends. If you want to stay up to date with all things gaming, make sure you hit that sub button. And if you want to get in touch with me and stay informed on the latest things that are happening in the channel, the best way is to hit me up on Twitter at GFLaserbolt. The link is down below, and also follow me on Twitch. If you would like to support the channel, you can always join the Laser Nation by supporting us via Patreon. Once again, the link is also down below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video.